Mr. Begich.
Well, I think the chairman stole some of my thunder. 49 of the 50 critical minerals, the critical minerals list is growing, are present in Alaska in economic quantities, something that we're proud of and excited about, particularly in this emergent regulatory environment where things are becoming possible in the United States again. And there is a broad recognition among the public and growing recognition among the public that the United States needs a domestic supply for critical minerals. I think that is something that many folks on both sides of the aisle recognize as important. Of course, we want to do that responsibly. I'd like to say that in Alaska, we have one of the most responsible track records you'll find anywhere in the world when it comes to resource development. But when we talk about building that inventory, building that knowledge base, and I'm going to direct this question to you, Mr. Donahue. Do you think that there is a need for the United States government to invest in building knowledge sets and data sets around our national resource inventory as it comes to critical minerals?
Thank you for the question. That's a really good question. You know, you've heard in the age of AI, data is the new oil. It's really true. We have phenomenal data out there, and programs like Earth MRI, collecting new geophysics, new surveys all the time, are great programs. We'd like to see those expanded and continue to be funded. One of the challenges that companies like ours will run into, we work in many countries across the world, is that this sort of post-collection knowledge basing and databasing and all of that can sometimes really slow us down. So, I mean, getting everything into the same format, making sure everything is digitized, it's in one place. We have a federal system, we have state geologic surveys, we have a federal geologic survey. So really, truly, not just collecting, but organizing.
Thank you. Next question to Dr. Copan. Is there a know-how gap between what China knows and their operating norms with respect to mineral processing and what we know how to do in the United States?
It's another great question, and thank you for the opportunity. With every company, with every technology strategy that's being deployed, there is embedded know-how, and corporations globally trade successfully based on what they learn in the field. By practicing process technologies, there are new tricks that are identified. And so for myself, the idea of investing in research and development and technology and the survey technologies that we're just talking about, the important work of the U.S. Geological Survey and Earth MRI, absolutely essential to the nation to have that combination of data sets, but then also practically informed research that builds American know-how that competes on a global scale.
Thank you. And next question, Mr. Lugansky. You mentioned in your testimony that in your written testimony that the mining cost, the capex for a new copper mine might reach up to $10 billion, and obviously a huge capital outlay. We know through your spoken testimony that SLB has pathways to reduce that by 3 to 5x. Can you speak to some of the ways in which we go about doing that? How do we so dramatically lower the capital requirements for some of these large, important mines?
Thank you very much for this excellent question. I think there are two things. First of all, we're always looking at traditional mining today, and we're looking primarily at large open pit or complex underground mines that require complex tunneling. Today, we have technologies such as in situ mining, based on advanced well construction, microfracturing, electromagnetics, and leaching chemistries that can rapidly reduce that initial capital cost. It also allows you to extend the life of current facilities and produce more, let's say, copper out of the same mine. We have a lot of aging mines. You know, example, somebody mentioned Kennecott in their answers. These mines can, by using the in situ type solutions, extended by another 10, 15 years. And that is immediately reduces amount of capital outlay that the mining companies need to put in place.
Thank you. And final question for Mr. Konduru. You mentioned co-location at mine sites and remote installations. Could your technology be viable for deployment in Alaska's interior or near existing legacy mines in remote locations like Alaska for both remediation and value recovery?
Thank you for that question. Yeah, quick answer is absolutely yes. So the technology that we are building is very modular. It sits on very easy to build skidded systems and transportable. We could also use the local infrastructure in Alaska to build these things fast. And it can withstand any of the harsh conditions that, that the situation may actually bring to the table. So I'll keep it short. Yes, we would love to do something in Alaska.
Thank you. I see my time has expired, and I yield back.
Thank you, gentlemen.